Hi, my name is Maggie Craig, and this is the basic message of the Eucharist. The Eucharist is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. Truly, I'm not exaggerating. This is a real thing. The Eucharist is fully, substantially, actually Jesus. It's not a symbol. It's not a grand metaphor. It's a reality of the presence of Jesus Christ. The real presence of Jesus is veiled under the accidents or appearance of bread and wine, which honestly I think is a total gift. Imagine if every time you went to Mass and you went up to communion and you went up to receive the Eucharist, instead of a simple piece of bread, you were given like a bloody femur. That would freak people out. That would drive them away. And that is the last thing that God wants to do. He wants to come close to us in a way that we can receive, in the appearance of bread. Humble, unassuming, not intimidating, very easily accessible. Every culture, through all time and all generations, has a form of bread in their diet.
I love bread. I love bread.
So God comes to us as something that we recognize, something that we can handle, and something that we can easily consume. How does God do this? How does Jesus become present in the Eucharist? Asking the question, how does God do anything, is really not going to get you anywhere. How does God do anything? I don't know. He's God. He can do anything he wants. He created the heavens and the earth and sun and sky and sharks and corgis and giraffes and platypuses and like everything. God created the world because he wanted to. How does God do anything? I don't know. My tiny, limited, human, fallible brain cannot comprehend the mysteries of the giant, unlimited, infallible, divine God. He's God. If he wants to do something, he can do it. And what God wants to do is to be present to us through the Eucharist, so he does it. The Eucharist is God's idea. It's not our idea. It's not like a bunch of old guys in Rome a couple hundred years ago were like, you know what, I'm bored. Let's come up with this crazy radical idea called the Eucharist. It'll freak everyone out and be really confusing. That was not our human being's idea. That was Jesus's idea. We read this in the Gospel of John. Jesus tells us, you must eat my flesh and drink my blood. You have to eat my flesh. You have to drink my blood. Otherwise, you have no life within you. And his followers and his disciples took them literally. They weren't like, this is a metaphor. They knew Jesus was being serious, and so many of his followers left him because of it. And Jesus let them go. Because this was something he couldn't compromise on. That if you couldn't accept the Eucharist, you couldn't accept him. How is God present in the Eucharist? Wrong question to ask. He's God. He can do anything he wants. The better question to ask is why the Eucharist? Why is God present to us in the Eucharist? Because he loves you, and love wants to come close. God wants to be so close to you. He wants to get inside of you. What happens when you consume the Eucharist? When you put it on your tongue, it immediately dissolves into your body. That's what God wants. He wants to dissolve into you so that you in turn can dissolve into him. If you have further questions, you can leave them in the comments below. As always, there is literally so much more to talk about, but this has been the basic message of the Eucharist.